Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay. Donald Trump and his administration have been blitzing the blitzing the United States with executive orders and policies changes and general chaos since Trump got into office a little less than 2 months ago. It's just been an onslaught. It's like trying to take a drink of water from a fire hydrant. And it takes time for the legal process to fight back. But it will slowly but surely fight back, and we're starting to see some of that. Judge Tanya Chutkan, you will remember her as the judge who made the statement that presidents are not kings, was overseeing the January 6th insurrection case, as well as the election interference case as well. Now I'm forgetting. Donald Trump has so many cases against him. She is overseeing some lawsuits that were brought up by Democrats against Donald Trump, Doge, and Elon Musk. Basically, these are the ones where the White House lawyers were saying that Elon Musk has nothing to do with Doge. He's actually not the head of Doge. He's just a senior advisor to the White House. Therefore, he's not subject to Freedom of Information Act requests and such. And I'm joined by Elle, by the way, as I scoot over to give her some much-deserved camera time here. And then during Trump's congressional speech, he introduced Elon Musk and then called him the head of Doge. Well, that ended any argument as to whether or not Judge Chutkan was going to, how she was going to rule. That Trump just screwed Musk over big time. So yesterday, Judge Chutkan ordered Doge and Musk to produce records, Freedom of Information Act records and such. First off, he's now required to keep track of records under the Freedom of Information Act. But now the court wants to see records on his mandate for cutting jobs. And, basically, how did you go about this? How did you determine this? That sort of thing. And he's got 21 days to produce those records. And in her ruling, she basically said, and if you try to delay this for an appeal, the answer is denied. You don't get to appeal it trying to add more time onto the clock. She just denied it in advance. So things are going to move forward on that. Elon's got 3 weeks to produce records. Will he? Will he not? We'll see. I suspect there will be efforts put in place not to produce those records. But Judge Chutkan's kind of one of those judges that don't play. She did a lot of the January 6th cases and such. She's well aware of Donald Trump and his tactics. And if were it not for the Supreme Court completely undermining the law of this country, Donald Trump would have had his January 6th case heard and judgments rendered on it. But that's not what happened. But let's look now at Elon Musk and Doge, now that the judge has ordered records being produced. How's the panic in the White House going with that one? So this will be for entertainment purposes only. Come on down. Let's take a look. What's the energy around Elon Musk, Doge, after Tanya Chutkan's order to produce records in 21 days? My deck is upside down. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Cups here. The mystery is about to be revealed as to what's going on here. Again, they're looking at cost-cutting measures. How did you decide which people had to leave? What criteria are you using? I'm going to cross that with the Emperor card. I think what we're going to find is that, how did we decide on this? Donald Trump said for us to do it, so we're doing it. Who's in charge? Basically, you sent these people out there. Who's in charge? Who's making these decisions here? Underneath it all is the death card. Somebody's going to have to take the fall for this. Which the indication is what he is doing is illegal. And if what he's doing is illegal, then what that means is somebody's going to have to take the fall for this illegality. As this moon moves away from the sun is revealed and will rise on a new day. These are not good cards. Not good cards if you were hoping that the judge didn't notice what you were doing was illegal and there might be accountability for it. In the past, the Queen of Cups, the first thought that came to mind is compartmentalization. Don't ask, don't tell, I don't want to know, just do what you got to do. And that sounds like Trump, right? Get rid of half those people, I don't care how you do it, just do it. And Elon Musk is the type of person that's like, okay, he'll throw grenades into the room and the people that die, those are the ones who get released because they can't do their job anymore. That's the level of precision Elon works with. Current situation is the King of Cups. Okay, it's my poor King of Cups card. It has no meaning like it used to have before. It's not Biden. It's not Putin. In some of it's a little bit of some of it is Putin because Putin wants to see the downfall of the U.S. But that's not where we're going with this. It's the current situation is that nervousness. It's one thing to be, large and in charge, but and it's fine. It could be that. But the minute that accountability starts sniffing around the corner, keep it quiet and compartmentalized. We'll go from the Queen to the King. Now somebody's going to be held to account for it, and this is where the panic starts. You know how Donald Trump... Oh, sorry. Let me give you your cat fix here. You know how Donald Trump... He always takes credit for when things are good, and he always blames others when things are bad. And, the stock market. He took credit for the stock market going up in August, September, because clearly the market was pricing in his obvious election win that he was going to have. And then when the stock market... when he got in, the stock market was high. Of course, it was because he was in there and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And now that the market is tanking because of his tariffs, he's now blaming the Biden economy because everybody knows the president doesn't really drive the economy or the stock prices. You do when you put in just blanket tariffs on all of our friendly trading partners. That's one way to do it. Now, if the economy tanks, he'll get his low gas prices he promised, but hell of a way to get there, right? You can cure athlete's foot by putting gunpowder on your toes and blowing them up. There's more gentle ways to do it, but one can't deny blowing your feet off and blowing your toes off isn't a way to cure athlete's foot. Anyway, I digress. So what's going to happen here is now that the rubber's hitting the road and somebody's going to be held to account, it's a hot potato. Is it Trump's fault? Is it Elon's fault? Is it the incels that Elon hired's fault? Now the buck is about to be passed. A lot of very nervous beta males that call themselves alpha males. Overarching energy is the lovers. This is going to be the first test of Donald and Elon's happy-go-lucky love fest, their little bro fest that they've got going on. This is going to be the first challenge to it because, again, this is the beginning of the undoing. It may not be undone by this, but, Trump misspeaking, or actually speaking the truth, that Elon's in front of Doge after his lawyer said he wasn't, he sealed the deal. And now somebody's going to be held to account. It'll probably be, not to be too cynical, but it'll be some middle management guy somewhere because we all know wealthy people and powerful people don't get held to account for anything. Lesson to be learned is the Queen of Pentacles. Had they gone about this in a compassionate manner, in a thoughtful, well planned out manner, there probably wouldn't be a problem here. But the thing is, Nico's back here, he's wanting to be pet. The thing that we've got going on here is that normally this is taking care, this is being practical, but I think what this is the low energy of that card, which is kind of be like an every man for themselves type of thing. Normally, you've got like the mother or the grandmother with the baby on her lap, and there's nothing that they wouldn't do for that child to make that child's life wonderful. In this case, it's going to be like, what bus can I throw that child underneath to protect myself so I don't have to reveal my secrets type of thing. They're going to... It's almost like it's a hot potato. Like I was talking about the hot potato, and here's the hot potato on the lap. Who's going to be the one holding the hot potato? I'm laughing because they'll find some intern to blame. They'll blame Elon Musk's incels. Outcome is going to be the Page of Swords. At the very least, what we're going to find out, stuff that we already knew, is that the folks in this department, they don't know what the heck they're doing. They're unskilled. They don't know what they're doing. I think when they ask for the records, I would be really surprised if Judge Chutkan gets the records. It could be Judge Chutkan too with this case. I'm going to be surprised if they get all the records that they're looking for. Again, I wouldn't be surprised even a little bit if you're going to find out that Elon and company will start blaming some, assistant to the assistant director type of thing. They're going to look for scapegoats, basically. Inexperienced scapegoats, young people, something along those lines to protect themselves. Now, let's look a couple four-carders here. I got some crystals in today and a lot of new wrapping paper for the cats to play with. And play with it they have. Let's come over here. You can see him walking all over paper that it laid out on the floor. Because I don't know what it is with cats, but walking on wrapping paper is just like the greatest thing ever. Playing with little feather toys on them and wrapping the paper and making it crinkle. She'll be asleep downstairs taking a nap. He'll be playing up here, and she'll come running up to find out what all the fun is. Because how dare he have fun without her? They're funny. Okay. Elon. How is Elon feeling with this ruling? I know we get that King of Cups here. How is he feeling about this? Is he feeling anything? Remember that I was saying that this card was like panicking? I think he stutters when he panics. There was some question he asked and he was stuttering and sputtering. And I don't mean in a way like Joe Biden, who had a speech impediment that he overcame. I mean, like when he gets nervous, he's like, but it's like his brain locks and he can't get the words out. His mind is racing, but he short-circuited his ability to produce speech. I think that's what we're getting here. I think he's going to understand that I need to come up with a plan. Who am I going to blame? Oh, this is not good. He's nervous. He's actually really nervous about this. And Trump threw him under the bus. Trump's stupidity during that congressional meeting is what is bringing him down. It brought down this whole house of cards. And now Elon, he might be trying to distract himself by working on other things. It wouldn't surprise me if he delegates the work. King of Cups, I think he'll work on messaging, but I think he's going to try and find scapegoats. He's going to be, he'll be working to insulate himself. Again, there is no opportunity whatsoever that Elon Musk is going to take accountability for this. But I think the other thing is he's concerned about money. He should be nervous about this, but money is on his brain right now because of what's happening with Tesla. And I believe I described that in my another video I put up recently. But while I'm shuffling cards, for Elon to buy Twitter and other things, he's in fund SpaceX and stuff like that. He had to use collateral to get the loans, which would be Tesla stock. That's where all his money is. As Tesla stock has dropped 50% off its highs, Elon's lost 50% of his wealth, or ballpark, since that's the majority of his wealth. The banks hold on to that Tesla stock as collateral. If Tesla stock drops below about 225, which is what Elon, that's roughly the price when Elon secured those loans, they're going to require more Tesla stock. And if the price drops too much, they'll probably call those loans and cash in that Tesla stock and want him to make up the difference. If the protests against Tesla will bankrupt Elon Musk, they will do it if you can make the stock price low enough. Not that I'm advocating for that. Narrator, he was totally advocating for that. So, yeah, do your part. With regards to, and that does not mean burn down Tesla showrooms or anything like that. Do your part legally. No need to vandalize. No need to burn things down. Just be vocal. Vocal works. So, Judge Chutkan has ruled against the White House lawyers and Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and somebody's going to be held to account. Donald Trump's lawyer said Elon was a senior advisor to the president, and Trump said, nope, he's in charge of Doge. How's Trump feeling with this reading with Judge Chutkan? Didn't even notice. Queen of Swords. Well, Elon, I told you to cut people. You did it. You're going to have to answer her questions. The government, yeah. This could be Judge Chutkan, too. Show me the money type of thing. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords. A harsh truth, just a ruthlessness involving government, the government positions, wealth, a new way of doing things, a new commitment, a new truth, and of course the double card. What would a Donald Trump reading be without a Donald Trump reading? I'm not saying that Trump set him up for this, but Trump's not losing any tears over this. In some ways, he's kind of like, yeah, well, Elon, this is what I told you what to do. You're the one who went and did it. There's a pettiness here. Elon's worth billions and many more billions than Donald Trump is worth. Don't think there isn't a little bit of jealousy here. And I've commented how Elon Musk is kind of a Donald Trump 2.0, where Trump claims to be a billionaire, like the wealthiest man in the world, and Elon is the wealthiest man in the world. Trump had like 3 baby mamas. Elon's got like 14 baby mamas, that sort of thing. Trump fails. Every business Trump has done has failed, and every business Elon's been has been rather successful. So there's that jealousy here. So I don't think he minds so much that Elon's going to be under fire. It kind of Trump is going to, no, it's fueled by some jealousy here, but there's going to be the cutting of the government, and it was Elon's idea or something along those lines. Maybe that's it. Maybe when Elon became president of the United States as a shadow president, this is something Elon wanted to do, so Trump gave Elon carte blanche to do it, and now Elon gets to deal with the consequences. Trump is absolutely not going to care even a little bit about this, because he's hands off on it. He does not have hands on this. This is all on Elon. I'm surprised I didn't get the Chariot card on that, because that looks like a total bus throwing moment from the way I read on that one. That's too bad, Elon. Too bad. So bad that you've lost half your net worth. Trump's lost a lot of his net worth too. Donald J. Trump stock is not exactly kicking butt and taking names. It was around I think it got to $40 a share right around the time he got elected. And it was in the mid to upper 30s when inauguration came down, and now it's down right around $20 a share again. Just a slow, steady decrease over time since the beginning of the year. All right. Will Judge Chutkan get those documents 21 days from now? She put an order in, said, I want those documents in 21 days. Intellectually, there's no chance. Somebody pointed out that Doge doesn't even have a FOIA department, to make sure that they were saving the documents in the first place, as required by Freedom of Information Act regulations. So, will she get those documents? I have a hard time believing that this is going to be a yes. My bias coming in. I have a hard time believing this is going to be a yes, but let's see what we have. The Hanged Man. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. It's going to be a revelation, shall we say? Ace of Pentacles. Big money, strong push. I wonder if they're going to try and challenge it here. Ten of Swords. I really do wonder if something is going to happen to delay it or challenge it somehow. She said they wanted to file an appeal and she denied it. It's like, I don't think they want to take no for an answer on that one. There's something involving corruption here in these documents. Maybe these documents will show corruption, putting an end to these tactics, but it could be that there's a large tranche that are given that needs to be evaluated. It's possible to get... I don't think it's telling me... It's not answering the question. Here's the problem. It's not answering the question if she's going to get them in 21 days. What it's answering is when they get the documents, then we're going to see what's going on. We're really going to see what's going on. And we're going to see what was the motivation behind all these cutbacks. And you're going to catch a huge money component to it. And it's going to take a while to tease out what this is and its implication. But underneath it all is corruption. I mean, knock you over with a feather that these acts were illegal and corrupt. But they were illegal. They were corrupt. I don't know if she's going to get in 21 days. She probably won't. But when they finally do get the documents, it's going to reveal very large corruption that's going on. Again, knock you over with a feather with that. I'm a little distracted. There's about a half a second delay on my camera on the screen here versus my action. So as I talk, my mouth isn't moving with my words. So it sounds like I'm a dubbed Japanese movie. I hope it uploads okay. That'll be weird if it doesn't. Anyway, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful. And from Elle and myself, we wish you a good night. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.